If I think about the ways you make me smile, I'd be sitting here and smiling for a while. Although I know I make you cry sometimes, your happiness is ever on my mind. I cannot repay for everything you've done, but my love for you burns brighter than the sun. No matter where my feet and mind may go, my heart will lead to you and you alone. Guyana, I'll be holding on to you forevermore. Guyana, may the blessings of God never leave your shore. A paradise so wondrous to behold, a work of art, your heart is gleaming gold. They sail the waters, soar above the trees, to find the gem between the mountains and seas. Your children know we try though we may fall. We stand united now to heed your call. Our fathers fought the fights for liberty. Forever I'll defend Guyana free. Guyana, I'll be holding on to you forevermore. Guyana, may the blessings of God never leave your shore. Holding on to you forevermore. Guyana, may the blessings of God never leave your shore. Rise up for your land. Rise up, won't everybody stand? Rise up for your land. Rise up, won't everybody take a stand? Rise up for your land. Rise up, won't everybody stand? Rise up for your land. Oh, God.
Pleasant good night to each and every one that are locked in on this segment of the program. And I want to say thank you so much for being here with me once again, guys. My apologies for the late start. Things happen sometime. But I must say thank you for your patience because you are here. So before I move on, first let me say a pleasant good night to Sally Jones. Sally Jones, she don't have patience. She waited all the time. Sally Jones, good night to you. And I see we have here Padma Balwam, good night to you. Omar Sharif, always here as usual. Good night to you, my brother. We have Gita Prasad. Gita Prasad, good night to you, and how are you? And guys, let me know where you're locking from, right? So I could give a shout out to your country, your village, your community, your region. Let me know where you're locking from. Gita Prasad, good night to you. We have Parshuram Kishore, good night to you. And we have Harris Delaney. Good night to you, Harris. Yes, it is Jackie Jacks. Good night to you. We have Jenny Tamal and Shirley Ramdas. Good night to each and every one of you. And I'm calling out who I can see here, right? I want to say something. I don't want nobody feel, that I'm not calling you out because, um, we are streaming from various profiles. And when I'm streaming from various profiles, I can only see on one profile here, right? So on the profile that I'm seeing on, that's where I will call out those persons. So good night to you as well. If you didn't hear your name called, good night to you, special good night, and thank you guys for being here again. And I will ask you to do the honor by sharing the live as you join. And um, we have some crosses here already tonight. But like I will do as usual, I leave you in the hands of my followers here. They will deal with you. I will not be distracted from what I'm here to do tonight. So we have the works to do, and we will put out the works out there because I know a lot of, I upset a lot of people. A lot of people. They claim that I'm getting on their nerves. That's what I was told today. I was told that I'm mashing on some people's toes. I don't know what. I don't go and pick fight with nobody. I don't want to pick fight with nobody. I just come on my program and I speak the truth because the truth must be told, and that's what I don't like. So I will continue to speak the truth. I don't care whose toes I'm marching on. You see, the thing of it, um, we don't come on these programs, and especially my programs, we don't come here with propaganda. No, we come here with the facts, and we have a track record that we can speak on, and a track record of integrity, a track record of a history of building and transforming Guyana. Everything about the People's Progressive Party Civic is positive. We don't have a track record of rigging elections. You can go back in the history, check it prior 1992, see who were the riggers. Check it prior 2020, who were the riggers, or in 2020 from Malabar, who were the riggers. We all know, right? And that is the APNU AFC. Those are the riggers, and they don't like to hear those things, right? So I see we have you, Faraj Binder, good night to you. Thank you for tuning in. Sandra Buduram, good night to you. Hannah Mohammed, good night to you. And Sister Rain Samaru, as usual, always here. Good night to you. All right. So yes, for sure, I'm pretty sure the People's Progressive Party Civic is always a party and a government that's always fighting for the working class people. Actually, the foundation of the People's Progressive Party Civic was built on the working class people because but we always believe in working in the interests of the people of this country. And that is what they don't like. So we have to speak and we have to fight, not the physical fight, but we have to use our platforms to fight in terms of rebutting and debunking all the narratives that is being put out there, all the propagandas that is being peddled out there by the opposition and the opposition propaganda machines. And that is why myself is here and other persons who are putting up the good fight. So let us go into discussion. And again, wherever you're tuning from, I want to say good night to you. We have Musa Ramdas. Good night to you as well, Musa. And please as you join, just go to the bottom of that arrow there and click on share. Right? So I have a few things that I want to kick on tonight. I have a couple of topics. Well, and tonight is an open program, and I don't have a time limit. We can talk all night, right, until we get tired. I have the energy. I have the energy for those who want to come here as well to make themselves the thing with the two long ears, according to my teacher. Um, you know, we have the energy for you. Sally Jones, good night. You're here. We have Suraj Singh, good night to you. Yes, Heroes of Guyana, that's true. Good night, Becky Itwara. Thank you for tuning in. And guys, please share the live as you join. So, like I said, we have a few things I want to discuss on here tonight. And it's a mixed program. We have various things we can talk about. And if you want to call in on the program tonight, it's okay. You can call in. And I must not go past by saying, for those persons who are celebrating their birthdays today, I want to say happy birthday to you. I hope you live to see many, many more years as your body weight. Just being funny. I hope you live to see many, many productive and prosperous years. And for those who are celebrating their wedding anniversaries, happy anniversary to you as well. And I wish you all the best on many more years to come. So let us move forward. So, guys, I have a few things I want to touch on. And the first thing I want to touch on here tonight, before I get into the politics discussion, I don't know how many persons had the opportunity to see that video that I posted this morning with the young man, and he is um, a Down syndrome victim. Is it victim? Victim is the right word. He's Down syndrome, and where he has been. As a matter of fact, well, let me talk. Let me put it out there so you can see. Um, just get the video here for you, and this is it. This video don't have any song, but you can see it on my video that I posted on Facebook. It had a little song that I attached to it, but here it is. When you look at this young man's face, you can see he was like in a different world. It's like he don't have a clue what is going on. You can see the woman in the pink top and the short pants. You know, um, is trying to get him to get involved in this kind of what to say. I don't know how to describe it. I know what it is, but I would say it in a very raw way. But this wasn't nice. When I saw this video this morning, it really did mess with me mentally um, and emotionally because especially in a day like World um, Down Syndrome Day, right? We're gonna talk about Mohammed just now, for sure, right? On a day like World Down Syndrome Day, you have something like this is going on, and this shows that a lot of people is not educated out there, or either they are educated but they choose to ignore or understand the system, right? And when I look at that video, it messed with me, literally messed with me. I had some work I was doing today, but I was kind of like messed up today because you know to see that this young man is being taken advantage on. I was told by the sister that that's why I mentioned robbery and they took his cell phone and these things, and this is what they was doing to them. For a matter of fact, the young man was missing for 2 days, right? He was missing, and they were held up at, yes, Sachin, good night, my brother. This young man and the two women and another male accomplice, they were held at the Mabur checkpoint with the young man there. And this young man has no connections in that area going to Latin or Brazil or wherever they were taking him. So I consider that to be human trafficking. Where were they going to take him? Right? No matter what is his condition, whether it's a mental condition or whatever, you have to understand that these people have families as well. Most of the time, these people would stray away or they would get away, go out in the streets and so on. So if you find somebody like that, why would you force them into something like that first, trying to get them to present themselves as though they're involved in sexual activities as prostitutes and so on, and then a male as well, right? So there was a kind of there was technically the one pimp out the young man, right? As people would say. Tony can good night to you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in, right? So I will hope. Well, for matter of fact, after the video was sent to me, I immediately made contact with the Minister of Home Affairs, who responded promptly and immediately. Actions were taken. Um, Information were sent around the country just in case, and then so happened that you guys said technically that's kidnapping, right? They took the young man and they went on their own way without the permission of anybody or the young man, right? So they were arrested at the Mabura outpost, and where they are, I think they will be escorted, or I think they're already escorted, and they will face um, the blunt of the law. I'm hoping that they do. Hama Mohammed, I see you, sir, Mikey the boss. Could you just give me an idea what you're speaking about? Is it that the young man, or that's the man that was involved in it, or whatever? Just let me know, right? So I like I said, as a human being, I felt this thing really messed with me. And if you look at the comments, there's a lot of people who said that they have children that is in that situation as well. People felt it. People felt it to the core, because that's so painful. That's so painful to watch. And like again, I would say that I hope that the law, give them the full course of it. Don't do those things to people, man. Even if they are destitute, there are people in the streets, sleeping in the streets. Just don't see them as though they are less of a human. They're a human being just like you and I, because you can live in a big mansion and you can have billions and trillions of dollars, right? And when you die, you will go in the earth and you will rotten, just like the same young man or any destitute in the street. They will die and they will go down the earth just like you, right? So we are not, I don't understand why people feel as though that because someone may have more than you. I understand now, Hannah Mohammed, you're tagging somebody. Okay, I understand. Sorry. Right? Yes. So don't ever see anybody as less of a human being. I don't ever see nobody above me, and I don't ever see nobody below me. I believe that we are all human beings, and we come here to serve our time in this world. Some of us come as messengers, some of us come with a purpose, with a message. Some of us come to set an example to others. So we are all human beings, right? KP Ragnar, good night to you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, all. Mr. Rodriguez, I voted for you. Glad you're back on here, Mr. Rodriguez. KP Ragnar, I think you get a wrong person. No, I'm not Mr. Rodriguez. I'm not critic. Big man. KP, you see me head size. Me head looks a big body. Plus, watch me hair properly combed. The man got big head body. This critic you talking about. This is the man head size. Critic must got two me head size body. He got a two me head to make a critic head size. Right? But anyway, good night to you. Thank you for tuning in. Right, I'm just kicks in a bit. Critic is my friend. Right, so thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I see some new persons here. Right? Yeah, so I must say thanks to the person first, the person who took that video. It was so It was so, that's why I say the person, y'all see these smartphones, yeah, utilize it wisely. Don't, you know, just things like this we need to put out there. We need to get a message out there, right? You want six cars, such and see you want six cars too. We getting down to there just now. Yeah, well, we got some things to talk tonight, right? So thanks to those persons who would have shared it as well, and thanks to the Minister of Home Affairs for the prompt reaction that they were apprehended. The young man is safe. He will return home. I'm not sure if he's back as yet, but I know he will get there safe back to his family. I'm drinking a lot of water, guys, because the sun was very hot today, and I had some work doing out there. So anyway, so that's it for that. Um, Please share the live, guys, as you join. So let's get on into the political discussion. Well, even before that, I was also sent a disgusting video. Well, I shared along during the week, right? I was sent a disgusting video, and bro, let me tell you something. Things like this is really tripping me out. Now look at this. Look at this.
Now you walk, you do it. And you talk, you can't even talk properly. You can't even talk properly. Who vex? I vex. Catch your guard, check it. I ain't checking nothing. Ah, watch. You got to check it. How they should walk. Please check the way you're done. How if you walk, you got attitude. You didn't go to lunch just now? Go ahead and bring it back. Yeah, bring back my own when you come in. She going to lunch. If you know what I want to you. You're going to lunch. Push your follow. No, I don't.
Yeah, look at that. Eh? You know what I really want to say is that if I say if I did by myself, right? You just imagine that these people going out there providing a service by helping you to get your cash grant checks and so on. And this is the attitude of person that they are being approached by for a matter of fact on many occasions. That's another good night to you. Thank you for tuning in. All right. And just imagine that young lady there is doing her work. And she turned up there with an attitude. You understand? These are just like Sally Jones said, these are bullies. She turned up at the location with an attitude. Let me tell you something. I'm hoping that she was charged, and I'm hoping I hope that they didn't give she checking out. Trust me, if that was me, she didn't get in she checking out. I would ensure that all my co-workers there ensure that they don't give her check. You understand? You know, she come there, slam down she ID card, you got to check it, did you walk? And when she done, she thumb the young lady behind she head. You know, some people you see, and this is why I like the internet, you know. I'll see, good night to you. Right? This is why I like technology, you know, because things like this, people can see what our people out there providing a service. Imagine to help you as well. This is the attitude of those people. And y'all, this is just one y'all see, you know, this one that was recorded. You know. I've seen it where these workers, these people who are working there providing or serving these checks and so on, I see that these people went through the hell of abuse by persons who were there. I sat there right in the Amelia's ward and I saw how they treated those people. Right? And I'm talking about the people who are going to collect the check. How they treated those people who were attending to them by tracking their information until they get their check and so on. Right? But she meet with the right people yet, you know. She meet with the right people yet. But I'm hoping that, you know, something would have happened. I'm hoping that she's been charged for assault and verbal abuse. And I'm hoping that she didn't get her check. Right? I'm hoping that she didn't get her check. For me, one, she would have got reached to the Ministry of Finance to that. And trust me, when everybody done, she would never get a check. She would never get 100,000 from me. She would have got to go to the court, right? With that kind of attitude, and then assaulted the attendant as well. Right? These are the bullies we're talking about in society. And when people talk about them, they get upset. But I don't care, you know. I just say it as it is. So, moving on. Today, why I bring up this topic, I was challenged by 3 persons right here in London. I'm talking about UPNO, AFC, or PNC leaders. And they're talking about the government and what the government didn't do and what the government didn't do and what the government do. But I keep asking these people, right? I keep asking these people, you know what the government didn't do in Linden from 2020 to 2025. You know everything that the government didn't do. But I want you to show me what you would have done in Linden and for the people of Linden. I can generalize it to say in Guyana in general, because that would be a broader statement, which might make it even more hard for them. Because they're not even aware of what is happening in their own tongue, much less countrywide. And these are people who want to be leaders. These are people who want to be government, right? So I continue to challenge them. But all they're bringing up, oh, the PVPN send no mash costume, oh, the PVPN consult with me with the bridge. That's another lie. And, you know, these are the things that they're coming up with. And, you know, when you try to tell them that, look, y'all did nothing for the people in this region. Y'all did nothing for the people in Linden. Y'all did nothing for us. Right? They argue to that. But you know what is more, you know what is a more insulting situation for them? When their own people, their own senior people within the party who serve as government, the own people who serve as, yes, when you see their own people who serve as ministers of government, the own people who serve as attorney general could have said publicly that the APNU, AFC, or the PNC have done nothing for the people of this country. And I have a recording to that nature as well, coming directly from the former Attorney General, Basil Williams. So I want to play this. I guess some of you would have heard it already. But for those persons who haven't heard it, I want you to listen to this recording and what Basil would have said.
Where Basil there? I carry the party for me back, me alone. And I don't deal with all of y'all. Basil. Okay. As I will come out, so you better start thinking.
What has Aubrey done? What do you mean, what has Aubrey done?
Listen to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying our supporters, that 23 years of the Baracking, the 5 years, didn't do nothing. Who make the money and all that? They didn't do nothing for them people. Mm-hmm. And I say to you that our people need better than that. We don't need nobody.
But you were a part of the government in 5 years. Over the 5 years, you were a part of the government. You were side by side with David Granger.
And what?
So why are you saying now that they didn't do anything over the 5 years, as if you're divorcing yourself from being a...
Saying,
yeah.
The people, I did my work. I put it all out there.
No, I know you've done a lot.
You didn't keep a stance. You rob nobody, you take a bribe. You never collect party money and the leader want to know where you went there. Does it? Does all these things that come to come, mister? Them people need representation. And I'm saying to you, the general view is that we didn't change their position. You are doubting that? Is that why I'm saying that that's the general view?
No, I am not doubting that.
Take the government. competition too.
What I am trying to get to is the statement you Basil, hold on a man. Basil, the statement you made to Egerton David today about you being sidelined. And no, I didn't know that, to be quite honest. On my life, I didn't know that. No, but Basil, the issue of you not being in Parliament had nothing to do with the fact that you had never made a public statement. No, people can't speculate. As a lawyer, you need to understand that people can't speculate if you have not spoken. As
You claim to be a big blogger, right? I think you got ability in everything. You can't make the bullshit to me that you didn't know that we were not included in Parliament.
I am aware.
I guess think about so I mean so much time. I came in Parliament to replace height. I only been in Parliament for 17 years. All the other people inside the Parliament that since 1992.
The question is why were you sidelined by?
So listen to that. We're talking about the former Attorney General here, Basil Williams, who publicly said it. Well, matter of fact, not publicly. This was a one-on-one conversation. But however, technology, it is now in the public domain. And you here having the former Attorney General admitting that his government, the David Granger-led administration, did nothing for the people. He also admitted that they got some sticky bandits in Congress Place who thieving out the party money. Probably that's where the black check, the blank check was instructed to be printed. Right? So you have it here for yourself. Right? So I had to go and dig this up. And for matter of fact, you know, look how things has happened. We were in the conversation today, and this is what popped up. You talking about what you done for this region, what you done for Linden, but you know, there's nothing to show out there. The only thing I could really, I'm not being hypocritical here. The only thing, if you ask me, the only thing I can point out to that the APNU AFC would have built in Linden is the arch. Y'all know the arch when before you approach the Mackenzie Bridge, the turn, you know, well, that will be out very soon. But y'all know the arch there. That's the only thing. And look, I'm not kicking it. I'm serious. I can't recall anything. What I know, I heard of projects, but those projects never manifested. I've never seen it. I heard about Pigpen's billing and all these things. I heard about big plans. I heard about the Riverside, the wall. I heard about the brand new Mackenzie Bridge, an initiative that was proposed since under the People's Progressive Party Civic prior to 2015. They took it up and they said they can build it. You understand? And they never do it. When they were almost out of government, they brought a little drill outside of the river and tell people, oh, we started the works of the bridge, and that, you know, the PVP took office and the drill was right there. So these are the things. I'm not being hypocritical there. These are the things I can speak on. I can't find anything that the APNU AFC or the PNC would have done for Linden Region 10 or the surrounding Amerindian communities as well. Nothing whatsoever. Most what they do, they would have taken. For the Amerindian villages, the People's Progressive Party civic government, they would have initiated presidential grants. Some villages have 1.5 million, 2 million, 2.5. The APNUFC took back all of that, and they started giving every village $1 million. They cut back all the presidential grants. They fired all the CSOs in those Amerindian communities. And that happened countrywide. But I'm speaking for Linden. And these are the things that they don't want to hear. These are the things that they turn completely away from, because it is factual. Now you have Basil Williams here admitting to that his government did nothing for the people. You understand? All these people were doing is collecting and collecting until they even collected so much that they thought the $18 million, the $18 million signing bonus was a gift. Y'all remember that? Anybody can remember that? Everything for them was a gift. And check this out. This is the evidence.
How did we arrive at 18 million?
I don't know. I cannot tell you. I know. I wasn't part of any negotiations. I couldn't tell you how we arrived at 18 million.
Who negotiated that? If you were not, I thought you were part of the quintet. It was a quintet of ministers.
No,
but that was
no.
before.
The quintet was the quintet
was
plus
after.
one was after.
Afterwards.
Yeah, the quintet was afterwards.
So you don't know who negotiated?
I couldn't tell you who negotiated the thing. I don't know, to be quite honest. In fact, I thought it was a gift. Initially, I thought it was a gift coming to us.
But you getting $18 million US while you're in government, and you thought it was a gift. But look, these people really feel that we got ring in we nose, Winston Jordan feel like he get all his sense. One with these old time politicians here, they're still living in the era of like Barjack said, these people are a relic. These people still living in the past. These people up to now can't come to grips that we're living in a technology world where everything is being put out there. And things that you say on these platforms and you say on the media and these things will come back to haunt you sometime. It will be used. And like in this case, you thought it was a gift from who? A gift for what? You understand? So, Mr. Jordan, you really feel that you were so relevant. You really think that you were so important that ExxonMobil could have given you $18 million as a gift, or giving your government $18 million as a gift. By look, these people really think that people stupidly. And still the $80 million disappeared. Nobody know it there. It disappeared. It was then. It ended up in a private account, in somebody's private account. Just imagine. These are the people who wants to lead you. These are the people who tell you they can take Guyana and make it better again. I don't know again, better, and what gain from what. Because as far as I know, the pace of Guyana is moving right now. I don't even think the PNC or the AFC could catch up that pace right now. They're far behind. You understand? Far behind there. They talk about how slack and who break down. They raise up the issue about Ejil went and bullied the people at the bridge and break down the house without consulting with them. Like something wrong with these people. When they know that was unlawful, when they know that these people were under reserve as well. It was the PNC government who tell the people, Barnum who tell me, I take land all over. Barnum did that because Barnum was visionless. He didn't know that Guyana would have grown to be such a big country. He didn't have a vision. All right? And they talk about, they bring up the Mocha Al-Qaeda, how the PPP went in and bullied the people, break down the house, and the thing of it, the evidence is out there, right? They forget when they went into the same community and what they tell the people and break down the people's house. From my fact, not the same community, they went into fire. Check this out.
I know we're not going to reach squatting in the next 5 years. Maybe not even in the next 10, because it's so extensive here in Guyana. And it's all regions, all areas. Every community is complaining about squatting. It is at a stage whereby even our reserves that are being identified for education purpose, building of schools, building of health centers, police stations or police output, fully occupied by squatters. If people continue to squat, they are going to hinder their communities from getting necessary services.
Yeah, I hear them. I like how Valerie talk there, no? I like how I tell you, I just say like how Valerie talk there. She said they will hinder their community from certain services. And she should have added development. Right? She made it very clear for them. And they should look back at this video. She made it very clear that the government will not facilitate or encourage squatting for the next 5 years and even 10. Well, we're in the 10th, we are in the 10th year now. Their 5 years that they would have taken and the 5 years of the PVP. So she was speaking for the future. She saw the future. I like what Valerie said there. You understand? And this again is a perfect example that these things that they would have said come back to haunt them. What people say come back to bite them in the ass. You understand? These are the things that came back to haunt them. You know, that and that is what I'm saying. These are people that will speak recklessly. These are people will speak out of feelings. They wouldn't take the time to assess situation and recall what happened before. You see, when I say certain things, I really do my research because I don't want whatever I said, something prior to what I would have said can come and disrupt everything I would have said because I will look stupid. And I don't want to be put in that situation. I don't want to ever be caught in that situation. So when they raise up, but Mocha, Al-Qaeda, and this, they themselves would have said it, their ministers would have said it. And they got things that they like to raise, you know, everything they like raise up. Oh, the government shut down the sugar industry, and the government, you talk about sugar industry. Y'all can remember APNU campaign in 2014. You can remember when they were out in the streets in 2014. Y'all can remember what Ramjatan told the people. Let me remind you with this here.
Brothers and sisters, as part of taking care of the people, we have to ensure that certain industries that are the foundation of this economy, Guyanese's economy, are looked after. And in Berbice here, there are two major ones: the sugar industry and the rice industry. And I want to tell you, short time I have, that the propaganda that you are hearing that the APNU AFC coalition is going to ground both industries to the dirt, it's all lies. We are not going to in any way close the sugar industry. If it is...
Y'all hear that? Ramjatan said it here publicly along their campaign trail in 2014, going into 2015. He said it there, and you see what I'm saying about. These are things that is left now. These are the track record of the APNU AFC. Ramjatan said it there publicly that the APNU AFC will not close the sugar industry. And while he said that, let us take a look at what happened. And then listen this here too. I'm going to share this video with you because they like to say that the PVP funded the sugar industry because it's predominantly, or it's taken over full by Indo-Guyanese. So I want you to look at this interview, listen to these people, and look at the ethnicity of the people who would have spoken.
These former sugar workers have all been retrenched by Gaisuku from the Wales, the East Coast, and some Berbice estates, whose operations have ceased. Backed by their union GAU, they told reporters that even though they have received their severance, some part of their severance, they actually want jobs, because it's only a matter of time before that severance money vanishes.
The amount of money people receive, they can't afford to invest it, and they can't afford to do nothing because you have to secure it to secure yourself. People have children to go to school, they have to live in it. You can't invest it. I live in a rural area. You tell me where can I invest it? In my community right now is totally depressed. People are so frustrated. They don't know what to do. I personally frustrated. Every morning I wake up, I don't know what to do. I can't go nowhere, just got to home, can't even watch television. Because you're frustrated, you can't invest money. I personally invest my money. I'm on the bank. I got to keep it there to live. Up to yesterday, I went till Roses and I look for a job and I get it.
Well, simple example.
21 years working here, still 17 years paying for money. You think not afford?
No, only God could help us at this time.
The retrenched workers have expressed appreciation of the awkward position of the government in the scheme of things, but they are finding it difficult to come to grips with their calamitous situation. They are saying that things are bad, real bad, on the breadline.
I would like the government ministers, let them don't come on these fancy, let them come on a parade, walk around this village, spend some time within these areas, sit with the people, come in the community, feel the feelings that the people are feeling. Don't come on the TV or come and talk nonsense like Mr. That God want this or God want that. Come and sit with the people, feel where it hurt most, see where it hurt most. Then you're going to realize what is going on. Well, see, when you just come and you tell me this and you tell me that and you jump in your fancy vehicle and you're gone, is that was said, out of sight, out of mind.
Some of the workers told of the implications of sudden joblessness and the adverse impact of a restricted cash flow on their domestic situation.
Sometimes your wife might go down 6 o'clock, she could wake up and go look for a job. The people that wish you work them hours, she more than you. You try to take away your wife from you because she's nice now, she go out to look for a job. I think she'll cost something to that. That's the advantage that we get in our school people right now.
My wife go and left me say for the same thing. You understand? Me can't afford it. When you go out and look work, they're paying you next to nothing. When you don't take out your deposit, you left it $1,600. Oh my God, how $1,600 could you carry through a house?
The retrenched workers want the government to play a more meaningful role to help them cope with their frustration, noting that many NGOs and foreign missions have been looking out for them. But after that severance meeting with the government, the communication lines have been severed.
All you're asking them is to come and see and have a feelings where it hurt most. And nothing hurt a man or a family or a father or a mother is when your kid's going to wake up in the morning and cry. And when you're going to look at them and you can't do anything. You know what is depression? They know what is frustration. It's a disease all by itself. It don't have cure. It don't have cure. It eats you physically, spiritually, and mentally.
The private sector recently held a job fair in the Wales community, but the workers say the majority of them did not have the required qualifications to be hired. They want the reopening of the non-functional sugar estates. Royd and James, HGP Nightly News.
And that is the track record of the APNU AFC. So Ramjitan said it before, that the APNU AFC would never shut down the sugar estate. And that's a long video. I could have continued it when Ramjitan was speaking. He went on to say that the only people that are going to shut down the sugar estate is the People's Progressive Party sitting. That's what Ramjitan said. Now, I want you, especially those who are trying to address me today, I want you to now look at this and assess it for yourself. Who shut down the sugar estate and who resuscitated the sugar estate? When they shut down that sugar estate, it's over 100 and something thousand people were left on the breadline, technically. And that includes wives, children, and the workers, technically. I have other videos, interviews where people said, look, man, you know, they give we a severance pay. What are we going to go and do with this? One man, he put it in the bank and he never touched it. You know, you can feel the cries. And then look at the people who are speaking there. Because they tend to spread this narrative out there that the PPP is a racist party and the PPP only focus on the sugar industry because it's only Indo-Guyanese that work in the sugar industry. Now look at the people that were speaking there. You understand? And that is not in 2020 or after, no. That is prior to 2020 that interview was done. So you can't say, well, oh, it's now the PPP coming government and the PPP went and get up those people to speak. No. That is under their tenure that those people would have spoken out. You understand me? So I want people to use these as evidence. We can pull it more. We have more and more we can pull up. You understand? We have more. I don't forget them things, you know, man. So when they're coming to fool you, and this, we must preach to our younger generation. Our younger people who will be voting for the first time. Before they vote, you need to educate them and let them understand their history. And that is why I want to say to people, and I continue to say this, and I will say this every time on my program. Come in the next regional and general elections, when you're going to vote, you need to assess this 10 years. Assess from 2015 to 2020 and from 2020 to 2025. And you tell me which government is working in your interests. Right? Tell me which government have you attacked. I can't make up these things. I can't be critic. The evidence is out there. The facts is out there. So how can we run from it? You went there and you make all kind of promises. You promised us the moon and the stars. I can speak for my Amerindian brothers and sisters because that was my area that I was working. And I can tell you, I've seen the Amerindian people suffer to the fullest under the leadership of the APNU AFC. You understand? I've seen it. Right? So I'm always up for a challenge. That's one thing with me. When you come to me and you want to challenge me, and I'm speaking to those, what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not boasting. Right? It's just that I am self-confident. And I guarantee they ain't got none of them out there. None of them in them here. None. I say none. Can stand up and debate me. None of them. I would challenge any one of them. Because I know, as I said, the jokers that the APNU have in here. We have a regional chairman, a big joker. We have the vice chairman, a big joker. We have the mayor. I said the jokers, who we have? It's a whole pack of cards with shared jokers. These people have no political history. These people have no political experience. These people didn't even do nothing as much in their communities, whether politically, whether grassroots on the ground, whether it's, nothing these people don't have. And they're the ones now who want to come and challenge you. I can challenge them anytime. They only got one thing. They just tell me, oh, you switch and you switch it. Yeah, everybody looks to go in a direction where there is things are happening. Not in terms of physical benefits, but people want to know that their future is secured. They want to know that their families is comfortable. They want to know that the children have a better education, a better health care, they want a better future. And that is what we're looking for. And that is what the people is getting now. Even in Linden, that is what we're getting now. And that is why the AP and UAFC have a long journey ahead of them. Not in the next 5 years, not in the next 10, not in the next 20, not in the next 50. It's a long journey ahead. Because first, they have to understand what is leadership. And they got none of them right now that is equipped and ready to take the helm and lead the party. Right now, they're battling in the AP and UFC. You got Nigel want to be the head of the coalition, but he ain't even got a proper seat if he accumulates his votes countrywide. The AFC don't even have a seat. They can't win a seat. The AFC lost their integrity. They lost their support base when they aligned themselves with a corrupted party like the PNC. You understand? The PNC is losing its follower base day by day to Mohammed's. All right? And that's what I said in my video yesterday. We don't know what his intention. I'm not concerned. I'm not bothered. Whatever is his intention, he has a right to do whatever he has to do. We just have to understand that there's a law. And if the law of this country say that a person who is sanctioned cannot contest, then so be it. If the law does not go against that and he can contest, then so be it. But what I know, if ever he have the opportunity or if he is eligible, the only support he will be taking is the PNC support base. Because the people are fed up of the PNC as well. And those who will be throwing their votes to him, if he contests, they will be led like cows going to the slaughterhouse. Because your support will be bought over and then placed in the hands of the PNC. And still, they can't win the PVP. The PVP is 110% solid as a rock. Their support base is solid and building. So we are unbothered. We're not worried. You understand? So when people ranting and rage and run about the communities and try to impress poor people with a Lamborghini, because I don't see what sense that makes. If you're going to reach out to people, you have to meet them to their level. But you can't meet them to their level because when you roll up with a Lamborghini, like what attention you're trying to get. We tell people that, oh, if I become president, everybody drive a Lamborghini. Right? People all open your eyes. And what Mr. Mohammed needs to understand is, look at the AFC of how they got duped. Listen to Charandas, what he was said in a video, an interview he had a couple of days. The AFC lost its support base. I know that. I lived in the Berbice River for a number of years, and there's where they had a support base. I spoken to Raphael Trackman in sometime in 2005, 2006, when he was campaigning in the Berbice River. He asked me to come aboard. And, At that time, 2006, I was a young, fresh youth in the People's Progressive Party Civic. Already gained a wealth of political knowledge. So when you say come here to talk, like I said, I don't want to exaggerate. I've gained my political knowledge and experience under the People's Progressive Party Civic since from 2001 to date. Yes, we had an issue, we fall apart, but I was welcome home back as a prodigal son. But I returned this time with full force and power. Because I've been out there and I've seen it. I dwell among them and I know what they're capable of. I know what they will do. I know what are their evil plans. And I will fight it with every single breath that I have, with every piece, every inch. If you ever hear anything like that, we have to put up the good fight. So, Mr. Azruddin Mohammed, again, like I would have said in my video, the time, once you are eligible to contest in an election, the time you're going to take to give your resources to an irrelevant party, a party would have lost their integrity as well. Go by yourself. You understand? They will be feasting on you like leeches because they don't have no support base. They've lost almost 60% of their financial supporters, people who would fund them from the UK and from the US and Canada and all over, because people see that, look, these people is a drop back party, they make sense, they ain't doing nothing. These people can't beat JADU, these people can't beat the PPP. And these people, most of all, don't have a vision. Y'all name one good fight that the opposition put up to the PPP from 2020 to date. Name one good fight. The only fight, not a good fight that they put up, is when Annette run away the maze. This is the only fight I see they put up. I might sound like, kicks him, but it's serious. As serious was saying. I want somebody just name one good fight. Right? Charity Finance, she's on a whole different level. She's make I be ashamed. She's, as the Amerindian people, she claimed to be an Amerindian rep as well. She talked a lot of nonsense, which she wants the XC subject. Right? These people just sit down and prop themselves. I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. But when they reach out there, they talk a set of nonsense. I want you to know there are a lot of people sitting on the opposition side in the National Assembly. I'm telling you this, and I'm confident. There are people sitting on the opposition side who are contemplating on crossing the floor with the People's Progressive Party because they are seeing what a good life should have been, or what a good life should be, that they also was promised by David Granger. Now people of Guyana can see what is a good life. President Ali, please use the term a good life for all Guyanese as we go into 2025. Because now we are experiencing what a good life is. What we getting under the coalition was a good knife. Stabbing we back, cutting we apart, ripping out we guts. That's what we experienced under the coalition. But now Guyanese can say this is what is a good life. And there are people on the opposition side who will cross the floor. Many of you will be surprised. Mark my words here tonight. I pulled out from the coalition at the early stage because I've seen that these people were visionless. I've seen that these people can't fight. I've seen that these people meant no good for the people of this country. And I've seen it early. And I run with speed. And I said it. If you follow my pages, if you follow my page, you will see I said it. I said many more will run. Where is Valder Lawrence? Sorry, not Valder Lawrence. Where is Amna Ali? Where is what's the other one name? The other one that come out the other day. Not James Bond, but James Bond as well. You know James Bond. Speed. Where's Simone Brooms? Where's their treasurer? There's many other persons, I'm telling you. There are councillors as well who left the party. They didn't tell nobody yet, you know. They put it publicly. They are falling apart. They are self-destructing. But they're not putting it out there. Even their old regional chairman for Region 4. People are running from them. So my brother, you did good, stay good. If you could run, you might go run by yourself. Because you will lose your integrity in everything that you have, just like the AFC, once you call it. The AFC was hungry for power. There were some people who were hungry for power. They didn't care about the support base. All they know is that, oh, we reach up here by Nagi, by don't bother them. Then we going power, we going to join PNC, we going to win election, knock out PVP. All right, you join your college, your team up, you knock out PVP by a couple of hundred of votes. And in 3 years, you get kicked out. You sold your soul to the devils for 3 years in government, and then you bully yourself and squat. Yeah, these people like squat bad. People, let me tell you something. I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure that the People's Progressive Party Civic will come out victorious in 2025 with a mass majority in the National Assembly. Mark my words. Y'all don't worry yourself. Nobody them by you running about the place, pulling people all over and yeah, we got it locked. They're more scared than anything else right now. They're more scared right now. And all of them will get the full treatment. Right? Mm-hmm. Exactly, Mahendra. Them man want to use the man as a scapegoat. This is what they want to use actually for. They would use you and then kick you out to speed, shy you under the bus. He would want to know if it's the same people. You know. My brothers and sisters, let us stay focused, let us be vigilant. Continue to work hard. Have confidence in your own self, have confidence in your government, have confidence in our president, our prime minister, our vice president, our ministers. They are working for you. They're working for your interests, and they're working to build Guyana. Guyana is on the verge of transformation, unprecedented transformation. What more can we ask for? What more? The government would have touched in every single region of this country, in every single aspect and area of development. Education, health, sports, infrastructure, housing, you name it. Every area the government will have touched. And the PBBC will stand strong. Tomorrow, all road leads to Babu John. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. Babu John is one event. The commemoration of the late Dr. Chedi Jagan and Janet Jager. They don't like the PNC don't like this at all, you know. They don't like it. This is one of the biggest events. This is where we're gonna paint Region 6 red. Just like how we can paint Linden red in 2025. Have a wonderful night, everyone. And it was an honor to be here with you. Thank you for your continued support. And I will ask you to share the live as you leave. I do hope you have a blessed night and a blessed rest of the weekend. And I hope to see many of you tomorrow at Babu John. Bye.
We are a peaceful people. Struggle is we struggle, and we don't look for trouble. Just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake, 'cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.